I'd like to ask about the situation in Leicester and the reports that were from the Sunday Times about claims of modern slavery and people in clothing factories being paid £2 or £3 an hour. Mr. Rycroft, was the Home Office, through the Gang Masters and Labour Abuse Authority or any of the other agencies, aware of these issues prior to these reports?
We've been working closely with our operational partners and with the GLAA on the allegations from Leicester for some time, before including before the main story in the Sunday Times 8 days ago. We are now working very closely, both at national and at local level, to ensure that there is a robust response to the possibility of modern slavery events taking place there. There are ongoing investigations which I will not comment on now. Suffice to say that we are also working with our national and our local partners to ensure that there is a joined up response and that the whole of the system is focusing on the possibility of any of these allegations being true.
Thank you. Because the Deputy Mayor of Leicester, when he was asked if these conditions in factories were an open secret, said, "You call it an open secret, it's just open." So you're confirming that enforcement action was underway by the MCA and others prior to the reports in the Sunday Times?
The investigations have been going on, yes.
Okay. And are you confident that the same thing isn't happening with vulnerable people being exploited in other cities and other sectors?
No, we cannot be sure of that. We are working with similarly with both with national partners such as the National Crime Agency and then local partners in other parts of the country in order to follow up any allegation and any evidence. So there are all sorts of different parts of the country where these sorts of concerns arise, and clearly the COVID pandemic has been, in one sense, an opportunity for the police and other law enforcement agencies to understand in a bit more detail some of what has been going on. So there's a lot of work going on across, well, not across the whole of the country, but in some other parts of the country.
Thank you very much. Very last one then, Mr. Wild, and we need to move back.
Yeah, sorry, the final one for me, Mr. Rycroft. There was a consultation in July last year on bringing together into a single enforcement body some of the many agencies who are charged with dealing with these issues. Are you able to give an update on where those plans are and when we might expect an announcement?
Well, we're working very closely with our colleagues in the business department who lead on that very issue. They are talking about the legislation that would be needed, and certainly from the Leicester experience, I think the sooner the better. Certainly from a Home Office perspective, we would be encouraging. We are encouraging them to crack on as fast as possible. I think in reality we are talking, many months from now, but there are things that we can do in the meantime so that we can all of us together crack down on any of these allegations.
Thank you.